Ripto, Chris Koulis. Welcome to the podcast, man.
Hey, dude. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. How are you, man? It's a beautiful day over there. You're cooking,
Awesome. Yeah,
so
just living in Boulder, living it up and enjoying the sunshine and all that stuff, soaking it up, dude.
that's beautiful, bro.
It's a
That's
great,
beautiful. That
yeah,
was definitely like such a beautiful place to live, dude.
yeah.
And
The mountains are gorgeous, dude. All the hiking, outdoor activities, fun party stuff as well, and all that stuff.
yeah, man. Yeah, because you go to Boulder, right? Boulder University.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mhm.
And
Yep,
you're
studying
studying music, right? That you took the words out of my mouth, bro.
business, a little bit of music and here and there, when I can, but mostly, yeah, business stuff all
How's
the
that
time.
going, man? How's studying music? Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, great. Um, I've done a few music classes at school and stuff like that, and
Hmm.
they're pretty interesting. It's a little like I don't know, not to sound like a certain way, but a little below like what I know. So it's kind of like more of a getting the easy A kind of class. But I've had a few cool ones that have opened up my perspective on new types of music, like jazz class, rock and roll, and stuff. So
Mm, I got you, man.
pretty cool.
I got
Yeah,
you, man. Do you think that has like influenced your music, man? That you make,
yeah.
'cause
I
you
think I
make
think.
amazing music.
Hey, thank you. Yeah. I make a lot of like folk music and some indie kind of rock stuff. So yeah, I think listening to more rock and expanding my horizons in that is, kind of yeah, influenced on music a little bit, I'd say. And always learning new stuff and learning new songwriting techniques and anything I can use to make my music a little better is always cool for me.
Yeah, man. That's awesome, man. And like you think that like you said you're also studying business, man. Has that also like you learned a lot from like the business class and incorporate it into your
Yeah,
Spotify?
definitely more from business than music stuff. I mean, Spotify is really changing the game right now with promoting artists and stuff like that. They're
Really?
rolling out new stuff where artists can get promoted through their algorithmic playlists like Discover Weekly and the radio and stuff like that. And they
Ah,
set up new campaigns for that. So it makes it really easy for people to get started,
I love
which I
Spotify
think
for
is really
that,
cool.
man.
Love Spotify, yeah. They're super cool. They're gonna really cut out like the indie labels and stuff like that, I think. And so it's an interesting business. And yeah, to answer your question, I've definitely learned a lot from business school and being able to apply that to music or whatever other things I'm working on is pretty useful.
Gotcha, man. Gotcha. That's good, man. That's good to hear, man. I'm also getting recently decided to get a minor in music at UTD.
Oh, cool.
I go to UTD.
And Dallas. Is that
Yeah,
where you are
yeah,
right now?
yeah. I'm in
Great.
Dallas right now.
How do you like that?
Dude, it's like exactly what you said, man. It's it's like it's just like I feel like everybody's like perspective on music is so like individual, like to like have a class that is gonna help like everybody like a lot. It's gonna be like difficult, like it's been
Yeah,
like
it's
I've
hard
been
with music. I feel like, oh, go ahead.
yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. But it's definitely fun. Like I took like a piano class, and
Oh, cool.
that was fun. I worked on my fingerings and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
okay.
Yeah, man.
Hey, but the music I feel like is different, especially when you're learning things, because I feel like there's certain people just have kind of a propensity for getting into music a little more like in terms of the music theory and like really getting into chord structure, notes and melody and all that kind of stuff. And so I think it's harder to teach that stuff, but it's definitely possible to teach all the technicals and stuff like that. But I think more so is what's important is just getting inspired because there's tons of artists that are not necessarily very musically talented, but they can make something pretty compelling and pretty cool. So I think it's always about getting that inspiration and staying fresh.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That's really kind of what it is, just like getting those ideas on paper. Like what
Yeah.
something that I've learned from like my classes and in music classes is that like a lot of people will say that you should try to copy like artists that you like, and that will help you
Yeah.
like at least put something down if that's what's stopping you.
Yeah, well, like Tyler, the creator, got started out. I know that he got started out producing. And what he would do is just like remake songs that he liked, like just reproduce and try to remake
Oh,
the So it's pretty, I mean, pretty cool. It's like it's kind of like if you're learning to draw, you want to, recreate like try to draw things that you see online or whatever, or popular artists that you like. And so it's kind of the same thing in a way. But yeah, I think music is something that, there's a certain level of technical skill, like I said, and then a certain amount of, just kind of inspiration and creativity that really drives it to the next level.
Yeah, man. Do you have any like any certain like tricks or anything like that that you've used to help you like get those ideas down or anything like
Yeah,
that
yeah. I
for your music?
usually when I get an idea, I'll, start by just kind of messing around like Ableton or, on the guitar or whatever, and just kind of come up with an idea. Just kind of see if I can hear it in my head, like, you know, get some
Nice, dude.
chords down or a little melody and try to formulate it in my head, like see what I want it to sound like, and then I just kind of build it out bit by bit. And sometimes I write it out beforehand. I'll put like a list because I know what I want it to sound like in my head. Like I know exactly what the pieces are and the panning and all the different like what it needs to be mixed like and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
and so yeah, sometimes it's just a list based process to try and like organize all that stuff because I feel like I have a lot of like ideas and inspirations and stuff that come out real quick, and I just have to organize it all.
Yeah, man, I feel you. So you just um like do you have like a place or like is your room like you made it like so it's really easy to, you know, get those ideas down like
Yeah,
or
totally. Yeah, totally. I got to set up in my room, just all my production stuff.
dude,
Obviously,
I
in
bet it's
college, it's a little
nice.
smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some cool stuff in there. But honestly though, to really be like transparent about it, I really don't use that much equipment when I record my music.
Yeah.
It's usually like me. I could remake my whole Vermont album with like one guitar and maybe two guitars and like a microphone and a laptop, and that's pretty much it. Like, and I could do that anywhere.
Dude,
So it's pretty bare bones.
that must be so like cool for for touring, bro, because there's so many people that like have like songs and then you go to their concert and they sound nothing like their songs, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah, or they're just lip syncing or track,
yeah,
going along with the track.
exactly.
That's kind of disingenuous to your fans. I feel like you shouldn't be, you know, I
Yeah.
feel like you should be given a performance, depending on how much they pay, obviously.
Yeah, for sure, bro. That's something interesting. I love concerts, man. I really love concerts so much, dude. Um,
Yeah, live music is going to be, I think it's going to get a lot more popular because it's one of those few things that still exists where it's a true connection between you and being an artist you like or a comedian, um, whatever band. If you want to see those people, it's pretty cool to see them live, and it's a unique experience. Like that kind of in the same way that you could go to a basketball or football game and maybe see that crazy play. It's kind of the same thing. You might get that one performance where they
yeah.
really knock it out of the park. So yeah, it's really cool. I think, and I also think there's gonna be like this new kind of component of it where they have like older artists they're either dead or still alive, maybe not in condition to perform. They'll have like holograms and stuff. So
Mm,
live music is going to expand a ton and be more widely available, cheaper, and more accessible.
yeah, man. Yeah, but like will that still be considered like live music if it's like a recording of someone or something, you know?
What do
Or
you think? Would you pay for something like that?
I mean, I think I would, man. Like I think it's gonna be like different in its own way,
So,
you know? But
yeah.
I totally do
Well, I
see
mean, it'll
it.
be like
Yeah, like it's
because I would love to go
convenient.
see like Michael Jackson, the Rolling Stones,
Yeah,
Pink Floyd,
exact, dude.
all those
Yeah,
guys. Like not only when they're older, like the Who still performs with Daltrey and
Roger Waters.
I
I
mean
saw him
they're
live.
yeah, Roger Waters, like all these guys, the older still perform, Paul McCartney and all them. But
Paul
like to see
McCartney,
them in their
bro.
prime would
That man.
McCartney's incredible. One of the best.
For real, man.
Bob Dylan,
Yeah.
not so good in concert though. I will admit. Bob Dylan, really great artist, but a little boring.
Oh
A little
man.
boring. But
Wow.
that being said, dude, there's so many artists that are like kicking ass and performing. Um, like
Yeah.
Zach Bryan, super crazy performer. Tickets
Yeah.
sell out for $400 a ticket. I mean, it's
Damn.
insane. Morgan
Yeah.
Wallen, also country, kicking ass performer. Like Ed Sheeran, obviously, is
Taylor
really taking it
Swift.
to the next. Taylor Swift. I mean, like you look at how much people pay for these concerts, crazy.
Bruh,
But
like
it's because it's a unique experience, and it's like, people can justify spending that much because it's an experience.
yeah, facts, dude. Yeah. Yeah, and you don't like you do all of your process like from writing the song all the way to like the advertising, right? Like to the publishing, the everything, man, right?
Yeah, yeah, one man band out here, dude.
That's
It's
awesome,
it's
man.
it's
Wow.
interesting, but I also like it that way because I can control like all the stuff,
Yeah.
and honestly, like to touch on promotion, I've never I've never promoted my song anywhere,
Dude,
except just posting on Instagram or telling friends about it, and that's it.
yeah, I noticed that, bro. Actually, like I remember being in high school and like the first like I would just go on your discography and there would be like albums on albums, bro. And I was like, when did this happen? Like, and I'll check
Yeah,
again like years later or like months later, and there'll be like so many more albums out of nowhere. And I'm like, whoa,
yeah. I mean, my thing, like, it's crazy to me because my Spotify just hit like 2 days ago, just hit 50,000 monthly listeners, and I'm almost at 2 million on one of my songs. So it's like pretty
congrats, bro.
crazy to see.
That's
People
awesome,
just
bro.
share, and I go out
Naturally.
to the bar and tell people about it, and they listen and tell their friends, and so, and a lot of my people are from Boulder and the Woodlands, so I know that it's like real, real people that probably either know
Yeah.
me or so it's real cool, man. It's real cool. And
Yeah.
one thing someone told me once, I was like kind of complaining about how Spotify doesn't really pay you much for streams and stuff. And this guy was like, he was like, well, if you didn't ever have Spotify, you'd get paid nothing, and no one would ever heard it, which is so true. So it's cool that people like me or you or anyone else can use these platforms to get themselves out there and build something, and just try. It's pretty low risk, and there's a lot that can come out of it just by putting a little effort into something and trying out.
Yeah, man. 100%, bro. And I really appreciate like you being here, man. Like I love
No
having
problem at all.
like conversations like these, man, because like going to college, like I feel like it's a great opportunity to like meet more people and like kind of like interview like
Yeah.
all types of people, like for me for my podcast. But like have you ever like how was that shift going from like your work before going to college? Because I know you had a lot of like music and stuff out before and then like I
Yeah.
think afterwards, like having your like studio in your room and like in your own house and stuff, like do you notice like a change or anything? Like do you think it helped?
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely spent like a little less time working on music the past couple months, like past year,
Hmm.
just because I've been, you know, focused on school, working on that kind of stuff, and just trying my best like with that. And so it's a balance of figuring out, music and school, and hanging out with friends and all that kind of stuff. So, but to answer your question, yeah, I've seen a little difference. And I think it's, just about inspiration and workflow and stuff like I said earlier, I can make these albums with a computer and headphones and like one microphone. So I mean, I can do it anywhere. It's just about like whether I'm going to sit down and really spend time, grinding it out kind of thing.
That's
So
awesome, bro. That is so sick, man.
yeah, yeah, thanks. I appreciate it. It's been really cool to explore music, and it's just always been something that I really love to do, and I've always understood, and so it just kind of makes sense to me. And so it's something I've really enjoyed kind of expanding skills on and seeing what I can do.
Yeah, man. You have like you said like 50,000 listeners on Spotify. That's insane, man. That's a lot. Like
Yeah, yeah. I want to see if I can get it up to, who knows, as high as I can get it, really.
yeah, man.
Because,
Cause like dude, like that would be the the dream, like to be able to just do that, right? Like to have enough listeners to where
yeah,
you don't even have to do anything else, you're just like posting music and shit.
yeah. I mean, I would have to, if I were going to do that, I mean, it's going to be one of those things where I got to figure out how to do like the live performing and, all that kind of stuff and figure out how to do. I mean, I just have never done that before, so I have no idea. But, I've had a few people reach out to me recently asking to do some kind of live show or,
We did a
whatever.
live
And
show
so I figured,
together.
oh, dude, we did. That was a minute ago. I forgot.
Come
That's
on.
awesome. Yeah, dude, I've done DJ sets. I back in high school, there was a guy who used to hire me to come out and like DJ, like I'd bring out my mixing stuff and DJ and all that stuff for
Nice.
that was cool. I won number one place out of everyone of the that performed there, so that was cool. But I mean,
Holy
I've
shit.
never performed like really sing. Um, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Dude, yeah. And like I remember like asking you in high school, bro, just like being like asking you if like you made money from your songs and you were like already like giving me like a master class on like how it works and everything, man. And I'm not gonna ask you
yeah,
to like to
that's
give
one
me
of
the
my
same,
favorite.
but like how, um how's that process look like, man? How can people like start doing that if they wanted to?
Start making money off music.
Yeah, or, yeah, and like yeah, how's that been for you maybe like recently?
So,
If you don't mind me
there's a
asking.
few different options for, like distributors. So you don't upload to like Spotify yourself. You use a distribution company. I use one that's called DistroKid. Most people use that one.
Okay.
I mean, there's a ton of, but they all pay out the same. And so DistroKid, I pay 46, so some amount of money a year. I think maybe it's either 20 or like $46.
Hmm.
And I pay yearly and I can upload as many albums as I want. And I get my
Wow.
albums kept on the, on the streaming service. So it's really nothing. I mean, to put something up there. And I don't make too much money off my music, like compared to other people, I'm sure. But
Hmm.
it's more motivating to be less so the side of the music stuff, but more just like the number of listeners. Like if I go on my Spotify for artists app, there's going to be between 15 and 25 people listening to my songs like right now at any given
Damn.
moment, which I think
Wow.
is super cool.
That
It's just
is
cool to
super
like,
cool.
shit that I do on my bedroom, like on my laptop, like that many people are listening to it. I think it's super sweet.
Yeah, man. Like even without like forgetting about the money, bro. Like that's just
Yeah.
beautiful, bro. That's just really cool.
hmm
You have like
hmm
that,
It's
you
a,
know, people are enjoying that.
it's a great
Enjoying.
thing. Yeah. I hope that, whatever I make, people enjoy and makes them happy and all that stuff.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I would love to go to a Ripto concert, bro.
I would too, dude. I'd like to be on the stage though, I think.
Hmm.
We're gonna figure it out though. I'm gonna figure it out. I just need to do the first couple and get the process down. And I feel like I can apply the same kind of mindset of like figuring out what I'm good at and working on that. So yeah, I think it's possible. I think you might be able to go to a Ripto concert in the next couple of years for sure.
Yo. Hell yeah, dude.
I'll get you in, dude.
Let's go. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, that's really cool, man. Good luck with that, man. I mean,
Yeah, thank you.
I'm trying out here as well, with
Mhm.
the
I like it. I
podcasting, man.
really I think that's awesome, dude. But I mean, yeah. So the podcasting like side of things is super cool, and it's awesome that you're trying to get yourself out there and do that. It's sweet.
Yeah, man. Yeah, totally. I mean, I enjoy it a lot. And have you like what the way like I think podcasting would make money is like through like ads, right?
Yeah, like sponsorships. Yeah, obviously, like you see Rogan and all these guys like Theo Vaughn and whoever else has the big podcast. I mean, they make money off their sponsors, and obviously Rogan made a bunch of money from Spotify with that exclusive deal. But
Right.
that's like a pony kind of thing, like, or I guess like a one-time instance kind of thing rather. But I think yeah, it's easy to get like Spotify like or I mean podcast like sponsors and stuff. I would think if you have a podcast for a niche industry, like I would assume, I don't know who you interview usually, but I'd assume if you only interview like, let's say construction work, like I'm just making this up, but then you could easily, like, if you say to a company, I have a platform like 1,000 construction workers that tune in every week, then you can go to the construction gloves company and be like, okay, you're gonna pay me $300 an episode and I'll talk about your thing the whole time, kind of thing.
Yeah, that makes sense. And it's is it different with music, man? Because like, I don't hear ads. I mean, unless you don't have like Spotify Premium, you know? Is that
Yeah,
how it
yeah.
works?
Music is different, and that's what I was trying to get at with that Spotify, how they're doing their promotions and stuff. Is they're really like
Oh,
democratizing. anyone can promote their stuff. Here's the way it works is
Right.
I have a certain percent, I think it's 40%, 43% of my music is listened to through um algorithmic playlists, so like radio and discover. And so what they do is they pump my numbers on those and they put me into more of those playlists, and they they take 30% of whatever I make from that specific section. So let's say I get a
Mm.
80% increase in listeners for the month or whatever, they'll take 30% of what I make off that, which is fine for me because, like I said, it's not really about the money right now for this. I think it's
Right.
more about just getting each out there and whatever. But I mean, the money's cool, but it's it's side for this, I'd say. So,
Yeah, man. Are you working on anything right now, bro? Just curious. Anything?
yeah, yeah. I've got a few songs written and recorded. I'm gonna start posting
Ooh.
some videos on like Instagram, TikTok, try to get that popping a little bit. But yeah,
Yeah.
dude, I'm kind of optimistic about that. I think I could, get some like virality going or something. Probably get more people to listen to my music, but that's the goal.
Yeah,
That's
man.
the goal.
Yeah. Is your music on YouTube, bro?
Yeah,
Is that
yeah. YouTube, SoundCloud,
nice?
Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Tidal, uh, Deezer, Napster, all that stuff. Anyone you could name.
And so all of that goes through your distributors and they pay you, is that
Yeah, so
right?
I get a monthly breakdown. They pay me each month, and
Oh,
so
that's
I get a monthly
sick.
breakdown of where I'm. Obviously, Spotify's the lion's share of it, but I make a good amount of music, amount of
Mm,
money from Apple, Tidal, and all those. Even
that's
Amazon Music. Sometimes people buy my albums, and so that's super cool.
yeah, man. That is cool, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. So like how is like college like also like affected like your overall connection to music, not just like learning or like like emotionally or like do you think you've gotten like better like like as an
yeah.
artist?
A little bit of everything. I think just listening to music and the more time I spend practicing things like guitar and producing and mixing and mastering and synthesizing, audio design, like any kind of that, anything like that.
Yeah.
The more so I feel like I get better. I think
Yeah.
the only time I could opposite of that would be if I get into kind of a creative process that becomes too like I don't know if I'd describe it as either like cyclical or like too like regimented. I think that that's where I get less creative of a product, like outcome, like making
Oh.
stuff. Yeah, I mean, making beats gets too monotonous. It's like too much of the same thing, so you end up getting a little less creative, or at least in my case. And so it's about shaking it up and doing stuff. Go produce outside, like whatever.
Yeah. And you think college has like helped you with that with like opening your knowledge of
Yeah,
music genres?
yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Has there
absolutely.
been one that you think has like influenced you the most, like a certain class or
Yeah. Not necessarily a class. I mean, like I said, I took that jazz class. It was pretty cool, but I mean, it's
Mhm.
not, it's not, it's really anything crazy about that. But I think just listening to different music, all different kinds, listening to production. Like, I feel like when I listen to music, I really like tap into what they're doing production wise, and like I try to like separate the instruments in my mind, like the rhythm and how they construct it, and what the supporting like elements are, what like how it sounds, how they organize the frequencies and the music and the melodies and the chorus structure and all that kind of stuff. Really, I mean, yeah, it's it's just about like listening and learning and trying to expand your horizons as much as possible, to be honest.
Yeah, man. What about
Yeah.
lyrics? Do you think your like writing process for lyrics has evolved or anything or like how is that like any different than like writing music for you, like the actual composition of the chords and stuff?
I mean, yeah, the music definitely is like snaps more for me, but I would also consider myself like a pretty strong like writer reader kind of thing too. So like writing lyrics is like I kind of figure out what the theme of the song is that I want to
Yeah.
like what I want to do the song, and then I just kind of let the words come out. Sometimes like funny thing I do is if I get a little writer's block or whatever, I just kind of open a book on my desk and pick a word and just go from there.
Whoa. That's awesome, dude. That is so cool. What's like a book that you've used for that?
Well, just any book, dude. I mean, it doesn't matter. You could,
Like a
whatever book on.
dictionary, bro.
Um, I mean, yeah, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. To do that. There's a lot of different things that help with like rhymer's block, like writer's block. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That's really interesting, bro. Yeah, because dude, I've been thinking about doing like solo casts, like just getting on here, just talking just by myself, no guests, bro. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. What would
Um,
you talk about?
that's the thing, bro. Like that's like making a song, you know? It's like I would just pick up a book probably and just go from there, you know, like read one word or something.
Yeah. Yeah, you could probably like read some Reddit posts, cover the news. But yeah, I mean, I would
Oh,
always say
smart.
like pick a niche and really like dive in on that and try and get as many people as you can.
Hmm.
Like I said, you just pick something obscure that there isn't anyone making a podcast about, and then boom, you're in business real quick.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, man. So you're majoring in business, right? Or business music?
That's right.
Majoring in business.
Yeah, business, just business.
Nice, bro.
Analytics, marketing, management, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Interesting. That's so dope, man.
Well, hey, who's your next guest on the podcast?
What?
Who's your next guy on the podcast or girl?
Oh, my next guy in the podcast. You know, I don't think I have one like confirmed just yet, but I am thinking on interviewing my cousin who is a music producer, a music engineer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd be happy to introduce you to some people I know and
Oh,
see if there's anyone.
dude. Thank you so much, bro. That'd be sick, man.
No problem. Yeah, I
Dude,
got a
that's
bunch of
awesome, bro.
friends I could. No problem.
Yeah,
No
man, that's
problem.
awesome, bro.
Yeah.
That's sick, man.
Well, thanks for having me on. It's been a great time.
Dude, thank you so much, bro. This has been such a pleasure, man. Thank you so much, man.
Cool. Yeah, well, keep enjoying that UT Dallas, bro. That's a great place to be. Dallas is a cool city. I've been there a bunch of times, and yeah, we'll stay in touch.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much,
All
Chris.
right. Have a good one, dude.
You too,
Peace
man.
out, guys. Ripto on Spotify, Apple Music.
Oh
Check it out.
yeah. Yeah, there you go, man. Ripto. That'll be on the description, bro. All right.